I'm Stitch. I'm a cage junkie.
Jay Heron.
Jay, you know, I met Jay when Phil Baroni brought him in. We did the boxing.
Long Island,
yeah,
obviously.
Long Island, badass, man. He brought him to the Orleans, and he said, Stitch, this guy's going to be a world champion. Well, you know what? I've heard that a million times, you know. And I was just telling Jay the other day, I said, you know what? And I always bring that story to him. But Jay is a world champion. But let me tell you, of all the fights that I've worked and the cuts that I've worked, Jay Heron he's the bloodiest fight I ever worked.
That fight never aired, right?
It never aired.
People, you don't know that. This is inside information. Tell them about that fight. Dana White never let that tape out. The bloodiest fight ever, Jay Heron. Tell them a little bit about that cut that went on.
That big vein we all have between our eyes, well, that got popped with a knee by Jonathan Goulet, and it just bled like a faucet that was open. And I know Mark Ratner, when the bell rang, asked me if I could control the bleeding. They had blood, both fighters, from the top of their head to the bottom of the feet, front and back. And I'm working, and I'm telling Mark Ratner, sure, I could hold it, you know, I could get. So I worked on it, and it stopped bleeding, and I finished putting my Vaseline at the end, and it just kind of leaked right out. And I'm thinking, okay, we're in trouble.
They stopped the fight?
They finally stopped the fight, and, you know, but rightly so. He has the accolades for having the bloodiest fight. But you know what, Vinny, there was so much blood in that fight that you know, the smell of blood, it made me nauseated. And there's not very many fights that I can say blood has made me nauseated.
And actually, if you watch that UFC card, you'll see people entering the ring. It looks like some woman gave birth in the middle of the ring. There's blood everywhere. And it was like, where did all the blood come from? From the fight they never showed you. So all the fights you thought you saw that was the bloodiest, it wasn't. It's hidden somewhere under Dana White's bed. Somebody doesn't want it coming out.
But you know what now? If you go to Randy Couture's gym, that ring mat is hanging up on his wall.
Really?
And you'll be able to see the results of what happened.
We should put together like a Planet Hollywood of fucking MMA where all like memorabilia shit, ring mats, bloody stuff, tips of everybody's face that you stuck it into.
Oh, there's tons of them, but there's no mat that's going to have more blood than that one right there.